Okay, hello and welcome everyone. Today we'll be doing, let me share my screen first. Okay. Oh, sorry there. You can see my screen, right? So in the previous two classes, I think last 3, 4 classes, I've been doing a lot of animations using keyframes in CSS. Oh, I'm not switched on my camera. Okay, so I was doing a lot of animations in CSS, like we studied 3D transformation, 2D transformations, and then keyframes. Lupamudra, are you aware of keyframes in CSS? Yes, right?
Yes, sir.
So from 0%, 25%, 50%, like this, lot of projects we did using keyframes. So I thought of teaching some JavaScript animations, right? So there are a lot of libraries to do JavaScript animations using JavaScript. Basically, this will be used mostly in the game development side or animated website kind of projects, or companies like startups are there, or most of the freelancers use these kind of libraries. There are few libraries that I will name. That is, one is anim.js, one is this GSAP animations. Okay. And there are a lot of other like locomotion.js, crawlbar.js, such all these things are there. Okay, pixie.js is there, babylon.js is there, 3.js is there. These are all JavaScript libraries to create beautiful 3D, 2D animations and games and AR, VR kind of products. So we'll be doing all those things. I'll be creating games, 2D and 3D games. I'll be creating three-dimensional websites. I'll be creating a lot of AR, VR kind of applications where you might know, right, what is AR, VR. Like in Amazon, when you go right now, what is happening is that whenever you are buying something, people want to visualize if they buy a product, how it will look uh, when they keep in their, in their dining room or kitchen room everywhere. So that those kind of products have already come. Those kind of products has already come in the, I am building in Lowe's, I am building a similar product in AR. Okay, so those things have already come, so I thought of introducing those parts. Okay, so let's go a little basics. This will be kind of a little basics only. Okay, and I'll be doing so many other projects. Today also we'll do some projects, but we'll do a lot of other projects. Like, let me go to GSAP, related to GSAP animation in the next few classes. Okay, but let's show you what is GSAP. It's very cool. Okay, and it's not easy, little complex, but it's cool. So these kind of animations when you want to see, so you see I'm scrolling down, and you can see the animations that is happening, right, in the text, in the, uh, so, and right now I'm scrolling, and then when I'm scrolling, earlier we were seeing a kind of what we see carousel kind of, we see carousel, but this is a proper animation you do during scroll. Okay, and we can animate our SVGs, right, nicely, and we can animate our text. Basically, we can animate anything. Okay, not only images, SVG, text, everything we can animate using this. Okay, and we can animate, this kind of a animation also we can do. All these things we can do. Okay, this is very cool, animation. You can go through gsap.com. Okay, this has just recently come to market, like less than 2 years. Okay, so most people don't know about it, because obviously in product company we don't use such cool animations, but it's good to know. Okay, let's go to a little bit theory part, then we'll go to the some project, couple of projects I'll be doing. Okay, see what is GSAP. First of all, it's a Greensoft animation platform. So Greensoft is a company name. Okay, similarly, they created an animation platform on top of CSS, and they are using it. Okay, and it's completely open source. And the GSAP object, I'll just show you the what the GSAP object looks like, what are the different properties and methods inside GSAP, that I'll show what is tween in GSAP, that I'll show. Okay, so basically what is tween in GSAP is, see, if you have done game development, Lopamudra, have you done any game development earlier? Any game have you developed? 2D, 3D games, mobile games, web games, anything? No? Yes, no? You can write in the chat also. Yes, no? No, right? Okay. So any game if you have developed now, or if you have known, we generally game have an engine. Okay, that is called, and so many engines are there. Unreal is one of the engines. Okay. So basically, what happens? So if suppose you are playing Temple Run in mobile, right? What happens? The background moves and the character doesn't move. It looks like the character is running, but the character is not running. It is there in the same position. Basically, the background moves ahead or come back. Okay, that is through the Unreal Engine. Okay, that is one thing. Second is one kind of different kind of animation is called frame by frame sprite animation. Sprites, have you heard, right? Lopamudra? What is sprites? Image sprites, you might know, right? Are you aware of or not? Not aware?
No, sir.
Okay. See, sprite animations, sprites are basically collection of images. Okay. So you might have played Super Mario, right? Or Bomberman or any running maybe a car kind of a game, right? Where the character jumps, or like Super Mario jumps or does something. Or so that how happens. Let me open some sprite images, then you'll understand. Basically, image sprites are collection of images. Okay. Image sprites. Okay, sprites animation. Okay, you see. So these are called image sprites. Means suppose this particular character is walking or running or jumping, whatever. So there will be for different position, different images will be there. Now we have to choose different images for different frames. So in the browser there is something called the frames per second, because browser provides its own animation library which uses some frame per second. If the number of frames per second is more, then the character will look like running. If it is less, it will look like walking, right? So for that, during game development we use sprite images for animation. Okay, so GSAP, what it does, it combines both the Unreal's physics engine as well as the sprite engine, and combination of this is called tweening. Okay, so it does both. That means something will be moving in the background as well as the frame by frame animation will also be going on. Lopamudra understood this much. What is tweening? First of all, now we'll do the coding. We'll do the project. But did you understand this? Yes. What is tweening?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's go to the code first, because this is a webinar to do the code, right? Okay. Now what I will do is something simple will do, and then I will explain nicely. I just remove everything from scratch. I'll do everything from scratch. Okay. So basically what I will do is, let me remove everything. Okay. Simple. Let me take first one image. Okay. And we'll do animation into that image. Okay. So I'll just write here dot slash GSAP object slash image. Okay. This image, this is a turtle image. So I'll just write turtle here. Okay. Because I know it is a turtle image. Now what I will do is, the size of the image is too large. So I'll just give some height width. Okay. Simple height width with the image 200 and width is 200. Square size. Okay. Let me save, and I'll just do a right click and then, okay, is it working? Okay, this is simple turtle. Okay, now if I want to animate this, maybe I'll increase the scale or decrease the scale. So I'll just write in keyframes from and to, from translate from scale x0 to scale x2 or 3 or 4, whatever, right? That is how we do in keyframes, using keyframes. But using GSAP, how I'll do. Okay, and Java, this is JavaScript animation, not CSS. So I'll just write here some simple script tag. Sorry. So I'll just create a simple script tag. Okay. Now I'll just use the GSAP object dot tool, right? Okay. One more thing. To use GSAP, we can go to the installation of GSAP and then download the GSAP. Download the. Okay, let me show you. Hi Divya. So basically, if you go to GSAP, in the doc section, you will go, and then there is installation of GSAP. Simple installation, nothing difficult. Where it is here, installation. Simple, we can just install it by using the CDN. Okay, just copy the CDN and use it, or using npm also you can install. That means GSAP can be used in React also. Okay, you can create very good React websites using GSAP also. Okay, like this you can do it. Okay. Hello, Divya, hello. And yarn also you can do it. Okay, simple package manager, you can install it. Okay, I just, for the demo purpose, I have just used this serial. Okay, now if I just want to do a simple animation of this image, not using keyframes but using GSAP, so I'll use GSAP, then I'll use either to, from, or from to. These are the three different tuning methods. There are a lot of other tuning methods are there. So to, what it will do is, it will take this particular, okay, let me add one class here. Okay, class equals to img class. Okay, so I'm saying that, okay, for my image, what I want to do is use animate for 3 seconds. Okay, and what you do is you translate it 500 pixel to its right. Okay, and translate in the y direction to 300 or maybe 500 pixel. Okay, if I just simply save, you see what will happen is this is what it will do. It will move by animation. You see, it moved my image from where? This is cool, right? From this position to this position it came. Okay, and if I just want to scale it in this guy. Okay, all right. So I'll just show you again. So when I refresh, what will happen? So my animation, my image goes from this position x00 to x200 and x500, y500. Okay, if I would have not done this, what would I have done is something like this. Okay, this is okay. Remove this guy. Okay, what I would have done, I would have created one keyframe. Right, everyone knows keyframe, right? So many I've done. So I would have done this something move. Okay, so I'll just write here from. I just write here transform, translate x 0 initially, and translate y 0 initially. Okay, 2. Everyone understanding this one? What I'm doing? Or I'll explain again. Translate x 500 and translate y 400 or 500, 500. Okay, and this animation I would have added to the image. Okay, and I'll just write here animation of move. Okay, and animation timing function is okay. Animation iteration count is infinite, and animation duration is maybe 3 seconds. Okay, and animation direction is alternate. Okay, these should have done. Okay, let me comment this and then I will show you that this will also behave the same. Okay, let me see. So it is restarting it again. Let's refresh. Oh, it directly. Okay, what happened here? Oh, I have not linked these tiles. Someone has written some comment here. She says colors displayed means, Divya, I couldn't understand your question. Oh, that color that you are seeing. Oh, that I am using some extensions. Wait. That colors, right? If I was writing, right, some extension I'm using color picker, color highlight. You can use the color highlight. So when you type the color, the hex code, that particular color will appear. Okay, color highlight. Understood, right? Yeah. Okay. So let me link this tile. Okay, which is linked already. Then it should work. Move right. Okay. Anyway, so I think this would work. Why it is not working? But yeah, this is how we would have written the keyframes here. I'll repeat the installation. Okay. So basically, if I would have done the same thing, I would have created these keyframes like this in this manner, and and then I would have attached this particular animation to this particular. So this lot of things we would have done. Okay. If I don't want to do this, I'll just use GSAP and I will just write 3 lines of code. These 3 lines of code. Okay. And this is working. So when I save over here, GSAP will do the animation for us. Cool, right? These 3 lines of code. Understood. So Divya, you joined late. Srinivas, you joined late. See, basically GSAP is nothing but a JavaScript animation library which is used to do some cool animations. Okay, and there are other libraries also like anim.js is there. So many other. Just Google search. Okay, lot of libraries are there, but GSAP is a very good library which is very popular right now, and it will enhance your resume very highly. Okay, you can create websites, you can create games, you can create AR/VR products using GSAP. Okay. Okay, simple. Now, any installation is just go to GSAP website, and then in the doc section, the installation, when you click on installation, you can use the CDN or YARN or anything to install it. Okay, this much clear, right? What I did just now. Okay, so if I want to do something else, so maybe I just want to scale spelling zero. If I want to scale it, sorry, in the X direction, so scale in the X direction twice, right? So if I say over here, what will happen? You see. So now it should be, you see, in the X direction, this scale has happened, right? And similarly, if I just want to write only simple scale twice, so its size should increase within 3 seconds, its size should be 3 times. So in that case, what will happen? You see. Okay, clear, right? All of you, what happened? I'll just refresh again and I'll show you. Okay? You see, so when I refresh again, the size was like this. And within 3 seconds, the size has increased and it moved 500 pixel to the right and 500 pixel to the in the y-axis. Okay, next. Next example. Okay, we'll just do example, small project so that you will understand nicely. Okay, next, little bit of theory and little bit of explanation. Okay, so now these are different methods of tuning. Basically tuning, Divya, for you, tuning is something like how in games the background is moving, that is one thing, and sprite animation is something like how the images are moving. So tuning means combination of both. That means background is moving as well as the image sprites are moving. We have not given right now. I have not explained tuning. I just wrote only one function of the tuning methods. Only two I written. I'll write 3-4 different tuning methods, then you'll understand what it is. Okay. Okay. So there are different methods of tuning. That is to, from, and from to. Okay. And so let's do that particular application. So what I'll do is I'll just create 3 divs. Okay. Okay, not like this. What I'll do is I'll just create div with ID as 1 and class as circle. Okay. Basically, I'll create 3 circles. Simple. Okay. And then alt shift below. So 1, 2, 3. So this is 2 and this is 3. Okay. Now let's style this first. Okay, why this did not work? I'm not sure why it did not work. Everything is correct only, right? This would have worked, but I don't know. Anyway, so we'll just use a circle. Okay. Let's give some height of maybe 100 pixel. Okay. Width of 100 pixel. Okay. And border radius as 50%. Okay. And okay, let this much will be there. And then what I will do is for 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's see how it is looking right now. If I just save, I should see 3 divs. I'm not seeing 3 divs. It's not linked. Okay, let's write 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's write 2. So 3 examples is right, from and from 2 or 2 from. Okay. Okay, these 3 divs are there. Okay, background color is not given me for that reason. Okay. So first one background color will be maybe red. Okay. And color as 0, right? Similarly, so when I create a complete project, complete website in this, then you'll see how it will look. Superb website will become. These I'm just teaching today basics. Okay. So in 3, background color RGB, right? Okay. So when I save over here, I could have done the color over here also. 3. Okay. margin bottom. So okay. Simple and external center. Okay. Nice. Okay, let it be there. Now you see, if I want to, okay, let me give the background body some color. Okay. W this place left. Let's listen. Follow. Okay. Justify content center and LN items center. Okay, LN items center if I do it, no use. Let's give some margin. Margin 0 and auto. Okay, and okay, this is good. Okay, now we are ready with our basics. Now what we'll see, I'll just do an animation of this particular three boxes here, circular boxes, and you'll see how good it will look. Okay, we just use the script tag again. Okay, so here again we'll write GSAP dot two. Okay, and the first one is an ID of 1. Okay, and this will drive for 3 seconds, and the object is there. So this object, what I'll do is that, okay, let me give a delay of 1 second for each. And then I'm telling that, okay, you move this to 500 pixel to the right. Okay, and ease should be power 1 dot out. Okay, okay, let's see how to look first. So it is going to 500 pixel to the right. Okay, and it is staying over there. Okay, and if I just do yo-yo as true, okay, so what it will do is that it will go and then it should come back, but it is not coming. Okay, we'll see what is not happening. Now for the next, what I will do is I just do, so this is the initial position to this particular position. Okay, and if I just write it from, that means for the second ball to the initial position is 500, it will come to the final position will be here. Okay, when I say over here, you see what will happen. This guy is going here and this guy is coming here. Okay, and the third what I will do is I just do from and to, or to from, sorry, it's from and, right, from to. So these three what we will do, so initially it will be there at position number X as 200, and this is the final position. Okay, now when I say over here, you see three things will be moved. Did you understood what I did over here? So basically I took 3 balls and I animated them in 3 different directions. I mean 3 different animations. Okay, so let me see if I'm missing something, because we have to do it alternate, right? So we have to do it alternate. In that case, what I missed? Okay, repeat I missed, right? So if I just do repeat -1, so what will happen if I can do something like this? Repeat as -1 at every place. Okay, so repeat -1, repeat -1, and repeat -1. Okay, so this will continue for infinite. So repeat -1 means for infinite number of time this will happen. Okay, so this will happen for infinite number of time. I just hard coded the value from this to 500 pixel. You might have seen a lot of games like this, right? It is there from the initial state to the final state, it is going and it is coming back again, right? So these kind of games can be done very, very easily using GSAP. Okay. So instead of 500, I will just, if I just write here, instead of 500, I'll just write here 50% or maybe 90%. So in translate X, can we write? I don't think we can write 500 pixel. Translate X, always pixel, right? So I can just write it 1000 so that we can see in large screens, right? Nicely. Okay, so let's expand this guy. So 1000 pixel will come over here. Okay. So there are a lot of things we can do. It will look still nice when we just add some particulars circles. So let me add some box out in this case so it will look very good. So vertically 5 pixel, sorry, horizontal 5 pixel, vertically 5 pixel, and blood is 15 pixel, and then the color is RGBA. Let me use the color of 0, 0, 0, 0.3. Okay, so some shadow I'm giving to every circle. Okay. Oh, but it is not working. Why it is not working? Should work. Maybe it is moving for that reason. Maybe it is not visible properly. Okay, anyway, if I just give some color, let's see if it is working. Now you see, right? Then why black is not working? Okay. Now do this same thing using keyframes. It would have taken a lot of time, right? It would have taken a lot of things, lot of CSS code we would have written to do this similar kind of stuff, right? But in GSAP animations, it's very, very simple, very simply we have done. Okay. Now, this one understood? Yes. Okay. Next, next little bit more theory. Okay, default values of duration is 0.5 seconds. Yes, the duration that I gave 3 seconds, but it can be 0.5 second different value. And the default value of ease is power 1 dot out, power 1 dot out, power dot 1 dot in out. All these things are there, which will so in keyframe there is this animation timing function, right? Similarly, here the ease power 1 dot out is kind of it will start, it will end fast. It will start slow but end fast. In out means initially fast, then slow, then fast. So that is thing like how timing function was a linear ease, and then ease in out, ease out. All these things were there similarly. Okay. Okay. So next is these are defaults. Okay, default values we can give it very nicely. So we can write something in the default. So if I just want to give some defaults, I will go over here and I will just write here GSAP dot defaults. Okay, and I'll create this object, and inside the object I'll tell that okay, always give the delay as 1 second. Okay, and duration should always be 3 seconds. Okay, and then what I can do, a repeat is always -1. Okay, okay, what else is there which I can do a default? Is none, duration, and so on. All these default we can give. So if I just save, I just don't want this delay to be there, right? I don't want this repeat to be there. And then the duration also we can avoid, right? The duration also we can avoid. Let's see if it is working or not. Okay. So let's remove the duration because I've given the default, and the delay and repeat. These 3 things we can remove. Okay. So I just remove this guy from here also, and repeat also I'll just remove. Obviously, ease also you can remove and put the ease there in the default so that it won't be repeated multiple times. Okay. Let me remove the power out, please. Okay, so finger crossed, it should work now properly as it is working now. So if I save over here, everything is working properly. Right? Everything working nicely. The same, which means that we can put the everything in the defaults. Okay. Okay. Now, what is next step? So I sold two from, and from two I sold. Okay, timeline. Timeline is very interesting. Okay, so the timeline, what it does is basically we can set up a timeline. So you might have seen some animations or some website where there is a timeline kind of thing, like uh, prehistory, ancient history, medieval times, current history, like this kind of animation you might have seen. So suppose you move something from this to this, some different animation will come depending upon the timing, depending upon the timeline. A different kind of animation you might have seen, right? Those can be done using the GSAP timeline tool, and there are a lot of plugins also. Okay, so basically timeline, what we can do is that this is the syntax basically. Okay, the defaults value same, nothing different. So basically I'll just set the timeline first. Okay, and after setting the default timeline values, I can use the tuning functions of to or from whatever, and I can basically hear what I'm doing. I'm just taking the translating in the x direction to 500 and the y direction to -120. And there is a position parameter which is an optional. This is saying that okay, here less than symbol means on one animation I'll put one more animation. Okay, I'll just copy paste this code, or maybe you can write it so that you can understand. But there is something in the SVG also. So let me see what other projects I have done. Twin I've showed you. This image I've showed you. What is there here? I'm just checking whether I've. So okay, this one I showed you. These are methods, and twin. Okay, this is one more cool. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, this is also a simple animation. Basically, I will just create one SVG. Are you aware of SVG? What is SVG? Yes, no? So SVG is nothing but vector graphics. Okay. Basically, we can create, so images can be of JPG type of image or GIF type of image, right? So so you might have seen some images when you zoom in, it breaks. Okay. Because the pixel size doesn't matches when we zoom it. But SVG image, whenever if you even if you are zooming it, it will not break. Okay. You might have seen it. Vector graphics, that is what we call. Okay. So, but the SVG provides so many other things, like in an SVG, when we create an SVG, we can create a lot of shapes. Okay. So those things we can do in SVG. So let me, what I will do, I'll just remove everything and I'll do for everything from scratch. Okay. Okay. So we'll just create a simple SVG and we'll do this stuff. Okay. So SVG is nothing but we'll just write here SVG. Sorry. SVG. Okay. Here I can provide the height and width to the SVG. So height may be around 900 or 800, and width. So it will just create a different area, one area of 800 to 400 or 500, whatever will give. Okay. So inside that, maybe I'll just create one rectangle. Okay. So SVG, we can create rectangles, circles, and all these things. Okay. So I'll just write here stroke, maybe fill, I'll just write here yellow. Okay. And stroke, I'll just write here black. Okay. And there are a lot of other stuff also. Maybe height, I'll just write here 100, and width I'll write 100. Okay. Now when I save over here, you will see that I've just created a rectangle. Understood? Simple, nothing difficult. I created an SVG. Okay. which has a height of 800. So this I just create an area SVG of 800 pixel width, height and width is 500 pixel, and inside that there is a rectangle. Simple, nothing different. Okay. Now I want to style this guy. Okay. So what I'll do is just sorry, I want to animate that. So I'll just write a GSAP2, and in the rect I will just have a class. Okay. Just a rect. Okay. So I'm saying that to this rect class for 3 seconds I want to do something. So what I want to do, I want to rotate this for maybe 2000 degrees. Okay, simple. Degrees I don't want to write. If I just simple save it, it will rotate at that particular position. Okay. Uh, we have to maintain the x and y, right? So x equals to 500, 200. Okay. Y equals to 500. Okay. It will come to this position. Understood this one, what I did? So I just brought this particular rectangle x 200 and y 500. At this position I bought. And then what I did is that I'm asking the rectangle to rotate 2000 degree. Okay. So I have asked the rectangle to rotate 2000 degree. Understood? Okay. Great. Okay. So along with rotation, what I want to do is that I want to scale twice. Okay. And when I say over it will rotate as well as it will increase the size. Okay. And then maybe I'll just move it to maybe 250 pixel more. Okay. So it will rotate as well as move. Okay. Now I can do something like I'll just do a skew of skew y some degree, 20 degree. So it will just skew it 20 degree, as well it will do everything. Okay. Now why this is broken? Because SVG height width we have given, so we can increase the height width of this to maybe 800 again. Okay. Understood, Divya? This kind of animations. So you see how many lines of code? 4 lines of code I wrote and I did this, right? So it's better than keyframes, right? It's quite awesome. But these are all simple projects I'm showing to explain that, yeah, so these kind of projects also we can do it. Okay. Yeah, it's simpler than keyframes. Absolutely. It is simpler than keyframes. Okay. I teach all these things in my diamond membership, not in silver also, in diamond. So I do a lot of projects using GSAP animations, 3Js, GSAP animation, AR, VR. Then I'm introducing Python also, data analysis, data science in Python. And then I'm introducing this one, DevOps. Okay. All these are there in my diamond membership. Okay. Now, obviously, Monstack means that is always there. And along with that, games, mobile app development, uh, Python data science, data analysis, and then DevOps, and then these AR, VR, gaming animations are all there in there in Diamond. Okay. Okay. So what is left? I've done 3 projects now. What is left? Okay. I was teaching this timeline, right? Okay. So let's create this timeline, and using this timeline, what we'll do is a very, very cool animation we'll do. You are this will blow your mind completely. So I don't need everything, all these things now. Maybe I need it. Let's check. Have I done the timeline? No, right? Okay, I have not done the timeline. So here I'm saying that I get the timeline, then I have to create this. I don't think we can do this part because we need both a circle as well as we need the circles, right? And these spokes also on that circles. Okay. So let's just do a copy paste and let's see how it tell. Okay, let's not do a copy paste. Let's do. Let me close this guy. I don't need it. Okay. So basically, what I've written over there. Let's close everything else. Okay. So now, what I will do is instead of rectangle, I'll just do a circle. Okay, simple. So class circle. So if I just do a class circle, then you will see that nothing, it will become a circle, but it is not that till now. So circle fill yellow stroke is x is a 200 y. Okay. And then I'll just write here circle, and I will go over here and just write here. Okay, circle is already there. So I don't need these guys. Okay. So instead of rectangle, I'm just using circle. Then why it is not coming? Let's save this guy. Okay. It's not working. Okay, so let's just circle. It is not working because we improved it. Okay, let's see whether in the SVG. Okay, in the SVG also we are not able to see it. Let's see what has happened. What problem has happened. So where is the SVG? Okay, inside that where the circle. Okay, circle's height width we have not given. Oh, correct. Circle doesn't have a height width. Circle has a radius and it's a center, right? So yeah, that's the reason. So I have to write something like this: Cx 200 and CY 200. Okay, and radius is 30. Let's see if it is working. Yeah, it is working. Right now, same circle. How many circles we have to create? 8 circle, right? Okay. So Alt Shift Alt Shift. Oh, okay, I'll just copy this guy. Okay. We don't need these things. These two will do. So this is a very good cool animation we'll do. Okay, just let me see one, right? Maybe not a class. I'll just give it an ID. Okay. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's say, okay. I think the position is same. So maybe for that reason, all of them are in the same position, right? Which means that we have to give some different positions to this. So Cx is 200, right? I'll just give a little bit more mode. So I just 300 and this is 300. Okay. Why I will just not change the X. Why I will change? Okay, this is correct. Okay, so I'll just write here 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, save. So 9 images are there. 9 circles are there. Okay. Now observe carefully, Divya. Okay, what I'm doing. So I just here GSAP timeline. So in the timeline, I'll say that basically I have to create this GSAP timeline. So let me see the default what I've given. So these are the different defaults I've given, and then I have to adjust all this. Okay, we'll not write everything. I'll just copy paste so that it will be easier for us. Okay, but let's write the, even if you don't write the defaults, okay, let's write the defaults. Defaults. Okay. This is an object. See, this is JavaScript animation, okay, not CSS. Now, delay is 1 second, and duration is 5 seconds, 3 seconds. Repeat is -1, repeat for infinite. Okay. What else? What else I miss? Okay, ease and yo-yo. Okay, ease is okay. Let's copy this then. These two you can copy it. Okay, this is the default. Okay, now to this timeline, what I will do is that I will just do a twinning, and then I will tell that okay, let me. So what is the C1, right? So for ID C1, what I want is, because I've already given the delay and duration and everything, so I don't want to give again and again. I am telling the translate to, okay, we just need to copy paste, right? So this, so basically for every circle, we are giving some translation. Okay. So I just copy, instead of writing everything, that copy paste. Okay. So CR1, right? CR to write, or C1 you can write here. C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, C7, C8. Okay. Now when I say over here, I want to, so nothing is happening. Why nothing is happening? Oh, I set in T1, right? So I have to assign this const T1 equals to. So this timeline, and then we have to do like this. Okay. Now when I say over here, you will see it is okay. Ideally, I was not expecting this. I was expecting this to rotate, but yeah, it is happening in this manner. Why it is happening like this? I am not expecting this because X and everything I've just changed it, different values. But why it is happening like this? Okay, maybe because we are not using the other values also, so maybe for that reason. But ideally, it should not work in this manner. Okay, anyway, I was thinking that this circle will rotate. Okay, but this rotation has not happened. Okay, maybe some mistake I've done. So I'll solve it. So, but you understood, right? What we are trying to do, how cool animation can become using the GSAP. You liked the GSAP animations, all the 4 projects that you have done. Yes, right? Very good. So in the next, I think on the next Saturday, next week Saturday, we'll be creating a big application using GSAP. Very good scrolling kind of animation and location kind of animation. All this very cool animation I'll be doing. Okay, don't miss the next class. Okay, Divya. Okay, nice.